Hey, what is up, guys? It's Chris with Crypto Profit. Today, some more exciting moves in the markets are looming. If you guys are able to tune in yesterday, we were talking about this formation right here, that we made a rising wedge shape, and that we are looking that we are gonna head in a downward direction. Everything was telling us that we were gonna go down. Both the MACD, the RSI, the moving averages, and the overall macro trend. And today in the morning, when I woke up at 9 o'clock, what happened? We broke through this shape, and this shape went into fruition, and we had full body candle formations below the falling wedge, the rising wedge, and we started trading down from this Fibonacci level up here down to this one right here. Now we're starting to do a capitulation and just be bouncing around the area. The market hasn't decided whether it wants to continue to go up or it wants to continue to go down. I'm still leaning for us going into the downward direction. So let's go ahead and talk about why I think that we're going to drop. So when we look over, we're starting to make another rising wedge shape right here, right? The RSI, we still have room for us to continue to drop. And also our MACD signal right here is looking like it's about to create confluence and go from the green to the red. And we also have declining volume as we see here. The green candles keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and the overall force of the trend is heading in the opposite direction. Plus, this area right here that we're at right now is a little bit interesting. So let's go over to the 4 hours so we can better see what it is I am talking about. When we look at this area right here, which is where we're trading at right now, there really isn't anything there. Notice how, yeah, we have a little bit of clusters, but nothing compared to the areas here or the areas down here. So I actually think that we're gonna go ahead and continue to drop down to this area right here. This area is a little bit stronger, and then we'll capitulate here for a couple of days before we continue our descent down to the new yearly low of 3100. Or we could potentially go ahead and drop down to this area right here, capitulate, and then see a short-term bull rally so that we can get that RSI to go up, so that we can continue our overall trend back down to the downside. Either way, you have to have a plan. Failure to plan is planning to fail. So you need to have a plan of action regardless of what direction the market starts to decide it wants to go. Also on the RSI here, it looks like it's savagely oversold and that we're just going to shoot up in the air. But when we zoom out to the daily, on the daily we see that we still have room to continue to drop. So even though the 4 hours telling you that, hey, this is kind of bad, we could potentially be starting to see signs of trend exhaustion. In the overall macro scale, there's still room for us to be dropping. And then when we go over to the weekly, see, we still have a lot of room. And then look at that giant red candle that we just formed. Also, when we go over to the shorts, let's go back over to the 4 hour. When we go over to shorts, we could see that the shorts on the 4 hour, they're at 50%. So there's room for them to go up. And when shorts go up, that means the price of Bitcoin goes down. So that's looking good for us. So we have both confirmation from the markets themselves in the 4 hour chart and the macro trend telling us that we can continue to go in a downward direction. And the shorts are starting to go down. So when they start going up, that means the market is most likely to follow. And then if we go over to the Kraken, same thing, right? Looking average, savagely oversold, but there's still room for us to drop. In the Kraken chart, we had this ascending triangle. We broke to the upside, had this BART pattern, drew a rising wedge shape. We dropped down, capitulated in this area, made another rising wedge shape, dropped down. Now we're trading in this area. And on the Kraken chart too, look, this area right here is just really weak. There's nothing really there to sustain us creating capitulation in that area. It's really, really weak. If we're gonna start building capitulation and then just start building large clusters, it's either gonna be in this upper area right here or in this lower area right here. Right here, there's nothing really there. That's why we're gonna continue to drop. So that's enough for the technical analysis for today. Tune in next time. Right now, it's a little bit early. I don't think we're going to be here for longer than a day or two. And once we start seeing where the market goes, and then the patterns start developing, then I'm going to be telling you guys what my plan is and where I'm looking to place trades. As always, remember to have a great day and to trade responsibly, and thank you for watching, guys.